the building, Oakland Smoke Sesh, right? Or Oakland Sesh, right?
Yeah, this is Oakland Smokeout.
You know, that's how it goes, Oakland Smokeout. We're in the building. I got Ceza from One World Magazine.
That's what's up.
Doing what he do. Very live environment. Very high environment, of course, you know what I'm saying? We up a couple floors and we ain't talking about the building right now. But, you know, it's the No Vibe Podcast, man. And as always, we try to have people on the show. And just so happens that we have people on the show that be out there and really be immersed in the you know, in the music culture and the shit that we do. You feel me? Like since you know everyone out here, it seems like, well, not everyone, but there's a large community of, you know, artists out here that are getting it, that are talented. And not only that, but there's also other artists that have to do with that in relation to like the magazines and, you know what I'm saying, the promotion, shows, all kinds of different things, you know what I'm saying? Interviews, things like that, that's part of the culture, bro. And you've been doing this, bro, for how many years? How long have you been doing the magazine?
Since like 1999.
1999, you've been in the magazine game. What you know what I mean? You've been doing this since I remember when I was young, and I'm not super young. I'm not here to say how young, but I was kind of young. Okay, well, we'll say like I was kind of young. So, but yeah, nah, man, you've been doing it for a while, bro, and now you got One World.
That's right. Yeah, I started in 1999 with Ron Hood at Underdog Music and Clothing when it was called. And he started. I was just a customer, and he proposed the idea. He wanted to start a magazine, and he offered it to me. I don't know how many other people he offered to start it with, but he offered it to me, and we started Explosive Magazine. And it went on till 2012. We put out 21 issues, and I've interviewed, I don't know, probably over 500 different independent artists to date, if not 1,000. It's been a lot. It's probably a bit closer to 1,000.
I definitely remember that magazine. I definitely remember all that, bro. Shout out to y'all, man, for that, bro, because that was definitely something that we liked out, especially from our area. You know what I'm saying? We liked Explosive, bro. We fucked with it. We were like, yo, you know what I'm saying? The shit was tight. You did a lot of the editing, right, and stuff like that on there, and pictures and interviews, or you just did the mostly the interviews?
Well, no, it was,
I know you did a lot, bro.
Yeah, it was. It was like kind of like what we're doing right now, being on location in places, promoting, digging up new clients, and simply promoting the brand. I did most of the interviews back then. I did a lot. I can't say I did most. Some issues I did most of them. Some issues I did just a few. But overall, in part, I had a huge part in the success of One World Magazine, being that I brought in a lot of business, bringing a lot of money to the table.
Yeah. No, yeah, man, you guys have definitely been pushing, bro, since back in the day. I remember you guys, Explosive Magazine, everything that was going on with that, and you know, it's another facet of this hip hop and this music outlet out here. You know what I'm saying? You guys are the other force behind it. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys like give the people that don't know, you know, like this right now, like for the people that don't know you, I'm giving them insight to who you are as a person and what you do, and you're doing the same for other artists, you know what I'm saying, through your magazine outlets, through the interviews, through all the shit that you do, you know what I'm saying, because I see you everywhere, you be everywhere, bro, all the time on the scene, like Omar, you know, and we trying to step our on the scene game up to y'all, like, because even Mama Rabo, bro, y'all moving tough, you feel me? We do what we do, and we do our shows on a regular basis, but stuff like this, it's been a while since I've been to a sesh, bro. I'll keep it 100 with you, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool to come back. I've been at my zone. But what I wanted to ask you about One World, it was like, how you get Kendrick on the cover like that?
Well, it's pretty simple. Being that I'm an independent magazine, I can put anything I want on my cover. And so I did.
That's dope. That cover's dope, by the way.
Because basically it was a strategic move.
No, it's definitely dope.
I have distribution for my magazine on newsstands and store shelves. And so I had to come with the product, with the cover that was going to sell.
Hell yeah.
And so that was my move. And
that's a good look, though. I fuck with Kendrick. You know
a lot of people do. At least they respect his art.
Yeah, he's an artist, bro.
That's
to the
kind
max.
of the image I want to be, is just respected for my art.
Yeah.
And so it actually spoke for many reasons why I did that. If you read the little piece on there about him, you'll catch my opinion on him. So it's not necessarily I'm saying he's the king of anything, because he really isn't. He's simply a very big, popular name and face that I wanted to represent One World magazine, and he did, and he does. So
that's dope. That's to me, that's one of the top artists out, period, right now, especially in the hip hop genre. You know what I'm saying? I like Kendrick and what he does as far as his music. You know what I'm saying, and his art. And I could dig it, bro. That shit was tight. The magazine's dope. You always got interviews from all over the place, from artists from all over. Like people think that maybe it's local. Nah, if everybody don't know already, like you have always done interviews with artists from like all across the country. Correct?
Yeah, that's my goal. Is with Explosive Magazine, I already did the Bay Area magazine thing, and now there's 4 or 5 other magazines in the Bay trying to be the Bay Area magazine. So that's not the lane I'm trying to take. They can have that lane because I already did that. So I'm trying to just do more for hip hop in general, which is put any and everybody on in hip hop. Doesn't matter where you're from. You know what I mean? It's still all the same. It's still an art form. It's still got the elements of hip hop involved.
Yes.
It's still from the underground and from the streets, and it goes from there. And so that's where I'm from, and that's where we go. One World Magazine.
That's dope. That's a dope way to describe it, bro. That's what it is. Like thinking back, all kinds of magazines, bro. People don't probably realize it anymore, but those were the go-to, bro. All the magazines, that was where you got your like what was going on before, like of course social media, right? But now it's different. It's a whole different thing now, and it's more culture now. Like I noticed that the magazines got more substance now. You feel me? It's more. They changed the game, bro. Like really, like it's a whole new vibe now, bro. The magazine game is crazy. You gotta, like you said, if you gotta be all lanes, bro. You know where you're from. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta get out there and travel on all lanes. You know, that's what I aspire to do, and a lot of the artists that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? It's not only to just be hot at home, but to go out. You feel me? And travel to different cities and towns and meet motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And spread that hustle. See what it's taking. You know?
That's what you have to do. That's a very important aspect of any branding that you're doing. Even if you're pushing your podcast, pushing your music, pushing your magazine, it doesn't matter. You do have to go places physically and show up and shake hands and talk about your hustle or your music or whatever it is. That's how the game was built. That's a strong, firm foundation. Building a foundation digitally is wonderful, but if somebody pulls the plug, what do you have? You got nothing. So understand that it's a physical world too, and that everything we have is physical at one point.
That's
and
true.
So it takes a physical effort and energy to make it move and go and grow. Even where we're at a weed session. None of this shit happens digitally. This is a physical world.
Yeah.
We're not smoking digital weed. We're smoking physical weed.
Real weed.
So that's why we exist, One World Magazine.
For real, he just dropped science on you guys right now, you know what I mean? It gets no realer than that. You're right though, there's the physical world and then there's the social media world. A lot of people get it confused. You can't live through the social media. You gotta live your life out there through experiences, and that's what social media is for. It's like, okay, I put this out there to share a little chunk with you, but not for you to, your entertainment, but not for you to not go out and do your own part. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you want people to go out and live their experiences too and put it out there and not try to live their life through the screen. You feel me? And I get what you're saying. Like, as far as the physical, having physical magazine it's different. Digital is always there. It's at your disposal, but there's something about magazines that never gets old, really. You feel me?
Well, it's good that you say that, because I'll say this on top of that. I mean, that's what makes print so special, because it's eternal. A print magazine, a print book. I mean, religious books. Those things are forever.
Since the ancient times and
Yes,
shit.
sir. So, and they're still discovering ancient scriptures. So understand that a physical scripture is forever, and people will read it as if it is fact. So, all I'm doing at One World Magazine is recording hip-hop history and putting it down on paper. So
Hey,
that's it.
I wonder how they did their podcast back in the day and shit when there was no microphones and there was just writing and shit. You think they wrote them on the walls and shit?
Yeah, I think they did. They probably wrote some shit on the wall.
And they read
then
it to
they had whoever was in charge of the shit, like yourself. You would sit in the center of somewhere, and people would gather around you, and then you would go ahead and do your podcast. And whoever was there would be there to witness it.
And it'd be live as fuck.
And then they would regurgitate what they saw, and they would share it with everyone else they knew.
And then retell the story, yo.
Yes. So it's the same thing.
Yeah. We just went and got real ancient and scientific on y'all. Google that shit in case you didn't know. If you had no idea, it's really a thing.
Yes.
This the No Invite Podcast. Mabo Rabo out there. What's up, man? When you going on?
What?
When you going on?
Right here, the DJ just got here.
Oh, you just got here? You gonna be going on soon?
Yeah.
Mabo Rabo moving
from the
around.
925,
Half over there on the
California.
sound. We got Loco, cameraman Loco on the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? We here, you know what I'm saying? It's the culture, it's actually what it is. You got all the vendors, different growers, different extract companies, and all points in between, you know what I mean? We got independent music, you got bands up there doing their shit. Mabo Rabo,
right
me.
out here in Oakland, where we on International?
Yep. You got the One World Magazine in the building. Omar, we out here. Rebirth Entertainment, Fan First Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? LT, you already know. Locos Tacos, you know what I'm saying? Our unofficial sponsor. In case y'all didn't know, shout him out. And we're in the building, man. We're gonna go ahead and take a break though.
Yes, sir.
I really want to get up and move around a little bit before we kick off the next leg. Plus, Mabo Rabo gonna get on, so we probably gonna get a little footage of that. You know what I'm saying? So we can include that in the podcast. So